People like Joanna and Chip Gaines because of their picture-perfect family life, unbreakable bond, and innocent charm. Fans were therefore shocked to see that Chip Gaines had received a life sentence. How could the endearing handyman have ended up in prison? Was it a long-kept secret, a covert scandal, or something far more startling? Prepare yourself, because what we discovered will make you reevaluate everything you believe to be true. Two people who had become one of America's most adored couples were quietly brought together by fate in Waco, Texas in 2001. Chip Gaines just so happened to stop by his roommate's neighborhood car dealership. He initially noticed a picture of Joanna Stevens, the store owner's daughter, there. Chip was instantly captivated by her photo and resolved to see her face to face. Joanna worked at her father's tire shop at the time, occasionally lending a hand with the family business. Chip and she clicked right away when they finally met in person, despite a few bumps in the road. Despite being unforgettable, their first date did not start off well. Chip arrived 1.5 hours late. After such a lengthy wait, most people would have left, but Joanna gave him a chance. As it happened, the anxiety was soon reduced by his easygoing demeanor and sincere appeal. He made her laugh, and his self-assured demeanor stuck with her. Their first outing, despite the rough beginning, ignited a special bond between them that they both thought was worthwhile to pursue. But soon after, life threw a curveball. Their plans were delayed when Joanna had to have back surgery before they could go on a second date. However, their developing relationship was unaffected by this sudden hiatus. Rather, it put it to the test and made it stronger. As they continued to communicate, their affections for one another only deepened. Chip was impressed by Joanna's fortitude and tenacity. While Chip's constant care and attention moved Joanna, their love grew out of respect for one another and support throughout a trying time. In addition to romantic attraction, they discovered that they were a perfect match as their relationship developed. Chip's impulsive and adventurous personality was counterbalanced by Joanna's serene and contemplative demeanor. Together, they envisioned creating something, not merely a life but a creative and purposeful relationship. They exchanged vows in Waco, their hometown, on May 31, 2003. They made a commitment to go through life together, surrounded by friends and family. Chip and Joanna have developed as a couple, business partners, and public personalities since that day. Fans all throughout the world are still motivated by their love story, which was forged via a fortuitous encounter and bolstered by obstacles. They serve as a monument to the strength of love, as well as the meaning of creating a life based on unbreakable trust and common goals. Let's now examine their professional trajectories and see what genuinely captivated them, what motivated them, and what aspirations they pursued. Chip and Joanna Gaines were just two ambitious people on rather separate roads before they became well known. Chip began his career as a collegiate baseball player and is constantly bursting with ideas and enthusiasm. He played for the team and studied business at Baylor University. Nevertheless, when he realized the possibilities in purchasing, repairing, and selling homes, his focus switched from athletics to real estate. His early forays into property flipping demonstrated a knack for transforming dilapidated homes into living areas that are worth more. Chip had already flipped over 100 homes by the time he wed Joanna in 2003. His love of remodeling and taking chances set the stage for a far more ambitious adventure. Joanna, however, went on to earn a communications degree. She initially pursued a career in radio and television. She worked in local media for a while and dreamed of becoming a broadcast journalist. But as she got more involved with Chip's real estate endeavors, her interests started to change. Naturally, Joanna took on the job of designer for the houses they were remodeling together, because she had a keen sense of style and an innate ability to create stunning, useful interiors. What started off as sporadic assistance evolved into a full-time collaborative effort. Together, their skills created something unique. Chip was in charge of the structural aspects of renovations, handling both the physical work and the larger picture adjustments. Joanna concentrated on the interiors, infusing each project with coziness, charm, and careful attention to detail. They immediately became well known in their neighborhood for their distinctive design and capacity to revitalize older houses. To share their efforts and experiences, Joanna launched a blog. Producers at HGTV soon took notice of their work when her posts gained a huge following. The couple's television program, Fixer Upper, debuted in 2013. The show followed them as they assisted customers in purchasing houses that need significant remodeling and then turned them into their ideal homes. The couple's chemistry, their grounded demeanor, and the rustic modern design that became synonymous with their business won over audiences nationwide. Fixer Upper had 5 seasons of success. Every episode highlighted the couple's lighthearted bond and genuine connection with their clients, in addition to the striking home makeovers. Their aspirations expanded in tandem with their growing popularity. They took a short hiatus from television after the first show concluded, in order to concentrate on their families and business endeavors. Later, they made a comeback with fresh programming on the Magnolia Network, which included multiple spin-off shows and a Fixer Upper holiday reprise. Magnolia, their expanding empire, served as the hub for all of their commercial and artistic endeavors. Magnolia Market, situated at Waco's Silos, rose to prominence as a tourist attraction. The location has event spaces, food trucks, gardens, a bakery, and retail establishments. Hearth in hand with Magnolia, their product line was introduced at Target and quickly gained popularity across the country. They also started distributing books and publishing a magazine that reflected their principles and way of life. They worked together on anything they did. You'd be shocked to learn how they constructed it. Their collaboration transformed basic fixer-uppers into an enterprise that won over millions of hearts, propelling them from modest beginnings to national prominence. Many of their endeavors were built on their Magnolia brand. What started out as a few real estate deals quickly evolved into numerous collaborative initiatives in the retail, hospitality, and media sectors. Magnolia Market in the Silos in Waco, Texas, was their first significant expansion. This place developed into a popular tourist destination that draws tourists from all over the world. Along with food trucks, a bakery, garden areas, and a sizable lawn that welcomes guests to unwind and take in the Magnolia experience. The market also has a retail area filled with Joanna-curated home items and decor. They continued after that. Magnolia Press, a coffee business featuring Joanna's distinctive design aesthetic, swiftly gained popularity among both residents and visitors. Magnolia Table, a restaurant serving traditional dishes prepared using regional ingredients, helped them reach a wider audience. Their storytelling skills increased along with their presence. They started Magnolia Journal, a quarterly publication with recipes, lifestyle articles, and introspective pieces influenced by their ideals and way of life. Hotel 1928, a comprehensive restoration of a historic structure in downtown Waco, is one of their most recent and striking projects. They entirely converted the area into a boutique hotel, fusing contemporary elegance with vintage charm. Fixer Upper, their new show, captured this enormous undertaking. The hotel provides fans with an idea of the scope and intricacy of their most recent challenge. It also demonstrates their capacity to develop their brand while adhering to their foundation in narrative and design. In addition to their entrepreneurial endeavors, Chip and Joanna are co-authors of multiple books. These consist of design manuals, children's books, and memoirs. They have been able to convey their philosophy on life, family, and hard work, as well as reflect on their path. By writing together, Chip and Joanna continue to play a significant role in the strategic and creative elements of their company, making sure that their individuality is reflected in everything they create. Even so, their existence seems picture perfect, and you may be wondering how fortunate they are. But hold on a second. Behind the scenes, their lives have also had their share of difficulties, just like those of any regular person. Let's discuss their internal, frequently concealed family dynamics as parents and a couple. With 5 kids, Chip and Joanna are proud parents: Duke, Emmy, Drake, Ella, and the crew. By 2024, their youngest kid, Crew, is just 6 years old, while their eldest, Drake, is 20. Having children of such a diverse age range has a special set of difficulties. They have gone through all the highs and lows of parenting a big family, from managing teenage emotions to the sleepless nights of rearing a toddler. In interviews and on social media, Joanna frequently offers snippets of their family life, reflecting on how fast their kids are maturing and how each one adds something unique to the family dynamic. Chip and Joanna have always put their family first, even in the face of their stardom. Away from the bustle of Hollywood, they have deliberately chosen to raise their kids in Waco, Texas. However, the spotlight continues to follow them even in Waco. Public interest in their family increased along with their popularity. This has sparked some online discussion, particularly on sites like Reddit, where both admirers and detractors make assumptions about their private lives. Although there are many great aspects to it, others argue that juggling such prominent occupations with marriage and children must present unique challenges. Furthermore, it's easy to understand that being in the spotlight can occasionally exacerbate personal issues. Joanna commented on how her marriage has evolved over time. In an emotional interview in 2023, she wrote, I'm more like Chip, and Chip is more like me. This straightforward remark captured the essence of how the two have changed over time. Once seemingly diametrically opposed personalities, Joanna being more methodical and introspective, and Chip being more impulsive and audacious, they have unexpectedly merged. Even though the spotlight never goes away, their progression demonstrates the depth of their relationship and their readiness to develop as a team. Chip and Joanna have also begun to prioritize their personal habits and well-being as their kids get older. They had never worked out together previously, but they started doing so in late 2024. Fitness wasn't the only goal of these exercises. They focused on bonding, self-control, and spending time together away from job and childcare responsibilities. It signaled the beginning of a new phase in their personal lives, when mutual support and well-being became increasingly significant. However, there are drawbacks to their notoriety. Their family has benefited from it, but it has also drawn attention. Every action they do is scrutinized, and the pressure to be perfect can wear them down. Joanna and Chip, however, have not concealed their flaws. They have never professed to be the ideal parents or spouse. Rather, they keep exchanging candid moments. Whether it's the emotional strain of parenting teenagers, the mess of everyday life, or the beauty in everyday routines, they had to cope with escalating controversies, in addition to internal family conflicts over time. They had no idea that one of them would pose a threat to upend their entire universe. They started to come under scrutiny and criticism that went beyond design and house remodeling as their notoriety grew, and their influence reached millions. Their generally stellar reputation was challenged by their commercial tactics, personal convictions, and legal blunders. The Gaines family's connection to Antioch Community Church in Waco, Texas, was the subject of one of the first and most talked about scandals. They have frequently frequented the church, which is well known for its strong Christian beliefs. The church received a lot of criticism for its overtly anti-LGBTQ views, even though that is not unusual in Texas. When an article by BuzzFeed News questioned whether Chip and Joanna agreed with their church leaders on issues like gay marriage and LGBTQ rights, it became a big deal. Some opponents questioned if the Gainesers' decision to exclude any same-sex couples from Fixer Upper at the time was motivated by personal or religious bias. Despite never explicitly denouncing the LGBTQ community, the couple's silence on the matter sparked more criticism. Critics maintained that public personalities with such a huge platform should make their beliefs clear, while supporters contended that the criticism was unjust and based on conjecture. Fans were divided as a result of the issue. Some praised the Gaines for upholding their religious beliefs, while others accused them of discriminatory actions. Eventually, Joanna took a broader approach to the problem, saying in blog entries and interviews that their goal has always been to create an environment where everyone is accepted. But audiences seeking inclusive representation in popular media were particularly affected by the controversy. The Gaines were embroiled in legal issues, in addition to disputes over their religious ties. Their company was cited by the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, in 2017 for breaking lead paint standards while renovating homes. The infractions concerned a number of residences that were repaired while Fixer Upper was being filmed. The EPA claims that Chip and Joanna's remodeling company did not follow the renovation, repair, and painting regulation, which is a statute intended to prevent lead poisoning, particularly in homes constructed prior to 1978. Among the infractions were inappropriate waste management, failing to cover floors and vents, and failing to give residents the appropriate lead hazard information. The Gainesers swiftly moved to resolve the issue, even though they did not refute the accusations. In addition to agreeing to pay a $40,000 fine, they promised to create a video for the EPA that would help inform the public about safe restoration techniques when handling possible lead paint concerns. The pair responded by admitting their mistake and reaffirming their resolve to improve going forward. The wake-up call was this legal dispute. Despite being respected authorities on remodeling and design, they were subject to the law. Although the episode did not significantly harm their reputation, it did draw attention to the accountability they bore as media personalities and business owners. Even if it appears that the legal matter has been resolved, the truth may be more nuanced because rumors have it that Chip Gaines is now facing serious consequences. This is where the most startling rumor comes into play. Chip Gaines is reportedly in major legal trouble once more, according to rumors on social media and speculative films on the internet. Some even claim that he was given a life sentence because of unresolved infractions pertaining to dangerous lead paint methods during home remodeling. But do these assertions have any basis in reality? Sensational YouTube videos that have gone viral in recent months seem to be the source of this notion. Using dramatic music, ambiguous narration, and deceptive thumbnails that featured courtrooms and mugshots, they quickly swept across platforms. Regardless of accuracy, the goal appears to be to attract attention and encourage clicks. The actual 2017 legal dispute between the Environmental Protection Agency and Chip and Joanna's remodeling business is at the center of the claim. The matter was extensively covered at the time, and then mostly forgotten as it was settled without any more legal issues. But this fact has been transformed into something far more dramatic by the rumor mill. The videos promoting the life sentence narrative frequently make reference to the initial EPA case, before launching into fictitious allegations that Chip violated the settlement's conditions, leading to more sanctions and a life sentence. However, nothing resembling this has been reported by any credible news source. Such an extraordinary development is not supported by any court documents, arrest records, or official declarations. This is confirmed by a cursory search of reliable news sources and public documents. Chip Gaines has not been charged with any new crimes by the EPA or any other federal or state agency. The couple's business, Magnolia, is still running smoothly. The notion that Chip is incarcerated has been refuted by his recent public appearances, which include interviews and updates regarding ongoing projects. Knowing how false information circulates is crucial, particularly in the digital era. Any rumor of dispute is likely to be magnified for clicks and views because the Gaines are well-known people. A prime example of online hoax culture, where virality frequently trumps truth, is the so-called life imprisonment narrative. I'm going to be honest with you now, separating reality from fantasy and exposing the current whereabouts of Chip and Joanna Gaines. Beyond all of the online chatter and gossip, Chip Gaines is not behind bars, despite the outrageous rumors that are going across the internet. Certainly, he is not incarcerated for life. The 2017 lawsuit against the EPA was handled, settled, and concluded years ago. No arrests, no additional charges, and no court decision indicate otherwise. The online talk and viral videos are completely baseless, motivated more by clickbait culture and conjecture than by reality. Chip and Joanna are actually still very much involved in their personal and professional lives. They still oversee their constantly growing Magnolia empire, which consists of numerous commercial endeavors. The couple continues to be at the center of everything, from media production through the Magnolia Network to real estate development. Their brand has expanded well beyond a straightforward home remodeling company. Retail stores, eateries, coffee shops, a lifestyle magazine, and even a boutique hotel are now part of it, which all showcase their distinctive ideals and style. Fixer Upper, the hotel, a reprise of their original series that ran on their own Magnolia Network, showcased their most recent significant project, Hotel 1928, located in downtown Waco, Texas. In addition to returning them to their restoration roots, this hospitality endeavor demonstrated their capacity to take on bigger, more ambitious projects, while preserving the warmth and charm that their customers have always adored. In addition to their commercial success, Chip and Joanna have worked hard to prioritize their family and well-being. Prioritizing health and quality time, the pair started working out together for the first time in 2024. They are frequently spotted making public appearances that emphasize their grounded lifestyle, and they are still actively involved with their 5 children. The Gaines family's future appears to be centered on continued development, closer ties to one another, and upholding their moral principles. They intend to continue growing Magnolia through new endeavors, while putting well-being and balance first. Regarding the widely circulated reports of incarceration, they are merely a rumor. Joanna and Chip are still free, active, and in complete control of their lives, living evidence that scandal and success are not always related. How do you feel about the widely circulated rumors regarding Chip Gaines' incarceration? Do you believe that people believe what they see online too quickly? Leave a comment below with your opinions.